Hello, welcome to Juicy Wellness Websites training videos. This is a client who's got a few pages and she'd like to add more. I'm going to show her how. So these are her main pages are describing her services, and all of them have an image at the top, text underneath, and then a couple of call to action boxes. I'll show you another one. They're quite similar, so we're going to keep that flavor with the three rows, I should say. So if I'm going to add a new page, I want to go down, I've got to go to this. If I'm already logged into WordPress, let's just show you from here, from the dashboard. I could have gone from up there, but from the dashboard, I go to Pages, Add New. I'm going to have a title. First of all, this is going to be Privacy Policy page. And we're going to make sure we use the Divi Builder. This is really important. First step, you want to be able to have your rows, sections editable. And of course, you can drag and drop them around. So the first thing we're going to do is check out our first image. We're going to pop something in here. It's going to be an image module. This is actually our whole list of modules that come with Divi. Don't worry too much, they're in alphabetical order. Pop in there. Usually the most common ones are image and text. So we're going to grab an image. At the moment, I'm just going to grab any image that's in the library because I haven't got the privacy image at hand, I don't think. So for now, I'll pop in this disclaimer image. And as you can see, there is also, I've already put this in, but this alt text here is really important. So Inner Vitality Naturopathy Adelaide, Inner Vitality Naturopathy Adelaide. You put that in the title and in the alt text for SEO purposes. You could also pop it again in here. And I'm going to save that. Going to do another, if we were to do another module, we could, but that would be another full size column, one column. So we don't want to do another single column. We actually want a 2/3, 1/3 division. So I'm going to add a new row and choose the 2/3, 1/3, because text is much easier to read when it's a little bit narrower. It's too far to read across the screen otherwise. I've got my Word document open here. I'm going to copy everything across, but I'm not going to put it in this area. I'm actually going to put it in the code so that we can strip it back of all of its formatting, which sometimes messes with the CSS and the HTML. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to pause the video and I'm going to go in and add in things like the main heading and some of the bold elements here that you can see. So if you just hang tight, I'll go out and do that. Done that now. This is now spaced out a little bit. We've got bold for our subheadings. We could also create, if we were building a web page that was actually a really important part of our practice, these subheadings, we would create them as heading 2 or heading 3. It's good for SEO. And at the bottom, if we feel like we want to make it like all the other pages, here, not just do we have these already preset row options, but we have something from the library which I made earlier for the other pages, and they were these call to action buttons. Don't necessarily need them on the privacy policy page, but it just shows you how to add them in. Now, I'm going to show you how to preview that so that you're not jumping straight onto publishing it live before checking your work. So if we click preview, it opens up a new window. We've got, whilst I was editing the text, I also got the right image up there. So that's the right image now. And we have 2/3, which is much more legible. Of course, there's space here on the right. We can add another image in there if we wanted to. At the moment, we're keeping it nice and clean. Text on the left, and we have our call to action buttons at the bottom. So as you can see, it's set up in 3 distinct rows, if you like. These ones at the bottom are 50%, half, that's a 2 column section. This is a 2/3, 1/3, and this is a full 1 column row. Okay, so that's done for now. The next job would be to add this page to the main menu. I'm going to add it under consultations as a subheading, a submenu. So if we're going to go back to our desk desktop dashboard here, we're going to go into appearances and menus. Oh, I better publish it first before I forget. So now that's published when that finishes. Our next job is to add it to the menu. So we go to appearance, menus. We've only got one menu at the top of the page. If we had more than one, we'd have to go to manage locations and just check where it was. So on edit menus, from here we select the menu. We've only got one, so it's just called menu. I'm going to show you here. So when they're on the right, a little bit to the right, there's subheadings underneath this, so sub menus. So our privacy policy was our most recent page created, so it'll be at the top of the list. Add that to the menu, and it'll just appear at the very bottom. I don't want it there, I want it underneath consultations. So I'm going to pop it there. And that's all we need to do. We could also put it under bookings. We can decide later how to do that. So save menu. That's really important. Then let's actually go to the website. Let's view it from here and make sure we're seeing the most recent version. And underneath consultations, we've got our privacy policy. Underneath bookings, we've got our disclaimer, which I added earlier. I'm thinking because they're quite similar, I might go back in and actually add, I'm going to refresh that page of menus. I'm going to add in the privacy policy in and the disclaimer in together under consultations. All right. So that's the video for today.